Good Friday morning to you. Rev here this morning. It is, as I said, Friday, January the 15th, 2021. I guess since there's 31 days in January, we could say that halfway through today, we'll be halfway through the month of January. I hope you're safe, you're well, you're blessed. I hope you're ready to be a witness for Jesus today. I have some good news in that the bishop, since we are in Region 3, we are now allowed to come back to in-person worship. So this Sunday, I'm gonna be at both churches. We're only allowed to have 25, and so we're gonna go back to Verdon, meeting in Verdon and Girard. So Verdon will be at 9 o'clock. Girard will be at 10:30. And so what that means for those of you who watch online, the service will be at 10:30. I will do it from Girard. So our service will be at 10:30 online. If you want to come and be in person, it's 9 o'clock in Verdon again, and Girard will be 10:30. We'll be washing our hands. We'll be wearing our masks, practicing our social distance. Nothing changing hands, no shaking hands, no hugging, but we will be together, and we will not be singing. I know that a lot of you don't like that, but there is proof out there that singing, even with the mask on, is that the mask doesn't stop everything, and when you sing, it comes out stronger, and so it can get through the mask, and so we will not be singing. I'll have some songs, and you can hum along if you like, or mouth the words, but we cannot be singing out loud together. I'm reading to you today from Lamentations chapter 3. This is beginning with verse 38, reading down through 42. Is it not from the mouth of the Most High that both calamities and good things come? Why should any living man complain when he is punished for his sins? Let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. Let us lift up our hearts and our hands to God in heaven and say, we have sinned and rebelled, and you have not forgiven. May God add his blessing to the reading of his word this morning. There's a story about a hired man. He was on a farm, and he was unable to get this mule to get up, to move. And he pushed, and he pulled, he cursed, and he yelled, but he just couldn't make the mule move. Finally, the farmer walked over there to the mule, and he picked up a 2x4, and he smacked the mule square in the head. Get up, he commanded. And the mule moved. And the farmer turned to the hired man, and he said, sometimes you just got to get his attention. That's what happened to the people of Judah. God had sent prophets after prophet to speak to them. But no matter what the prophet said, God's people would not turn back to God's ways. Finally, God picked up a 2x4, that is, meaning that the Babylonians, he sent the Babylonians. And with the destruction of Jerusalem, God's people finally stirred, and they finally said, let's examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. Now, self-examination, church, is important for each of us, for every one of us. We need to examine our ways, and where it's necessary, we need to turn back to God. course, it's best that we do it before God has to use a 2-by-4 on us to get our attention. We need to do that as individuals. We need to do that as a church, and we need to do that as a nation. It is time for our nation to examine our ways and test them and return to the Lord. And with all the things that are going on around us, I know some people are basically asking the question, is what we're seeing, is that God's 2-by-4? I don't know, maybe. Is he smacking us over the head to get our attention? Maybe. It very well may be his stirring us to get us to look at what we're doing and turn to him. We need to be like the people of Judah, of Jerusalem, and say, let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. Pray for a sweeping of God's Spirit across this land, that we might examine ourselves and return to him. I'm Pastor Mark. I love you guys. Be safe, be well, be blessed, be strong. Go do something for Jesus, and I'll see you tomorrow.